What is up, FPL managers? Guys, today we are looking at my Game Week 17 team selection and what I did with all 4 of my free transfers. Let's get into the video. Quick recap of the Game Week results, guys. Okay, looking at my results in the transfer plans video, we saw I went up about 15k in rank. I went from 197k to 185k with Monday's game still to play. So that was West Ham versus Bournemouth, and I owned 0 West Ham and Bournemouth players, which meant I was probably going to end on a very small red, or if I was lucky, a very small green. And after that game was played, I actually ended up on a tiny green. I think I'd gone up 700 in rank, and I thought, wow, what a shift, boys, big gains there. But after that game had finished and all the bonus points had gone through, they had some changes. First of all, Mbumo, a threat to my rank, lost 1 bonus point, and the kind man he is, he gave it to Nicholas Jackson for the 9-pointer, which was a big time help to my rank, obviously not huge, but it made a bigger difference than you'd expect. Also, my captain Cole Palmer ended on 3 points with 1 bonus point despite no returns, which means I've now gone from 197k to 183k, so a very small green arrow still, but more than I had on Sunday, which I did not expect. So yeah, quick update there, we're doing quite well, guys, going into Game Week 17 at 183k overall. First thing, guys, I want to pull up is the transfer plans I was considering last game week. So if you see on the screen here, the plan was, the main plan, go from Ryan Nori to Anthony Robinson, and maybe go from Rodgers to Amad Diallo, depending on how I'm feeling. I did consider going from Rodgers to Iwobi and then downgrading a defender, but we skipped past that one. That was a small period in my life that we don't talk about, even though it could be a good idea. But guess what this genius did in regards to the Ryan Nori and Robinson transfer? So basically, he checked, this genius right here, checked the predicted price changes and saw, okay, Ryan Nori is going down tonight. Robinson is going up tonight. If I don't transfer before tonight, I'm not going to be able to get Robinson. That thought process literally went through my head, and I decided to fall asleep before I made the transfer. And guess what? I am now priced out of going to Robinson, so I cannot get Robinson. If Amad Diallo had stayed at 5.1 million instead of also getting a price rise, I could have gone from Rodgers to Amad Diallo, then gone and got Robinson by selling Ryan Nori. But like I said, wasn't my finest hour, guys. I am now priced out of Anthony Robinson, which is kind of annoying because he's without a doubt the best Fulham defender. So I had to start looking at other options, guys. And the next best option was Calvin Bassey, who has played every 490 for Fulham except last game week in which he was suspended for. You could say Kenny Teets, however you say his name, is the next best thing, but he's got a slight knock, and I'm not looking to go there because I don't need a defender with some, injury issues like I've had with Veltman and Mazraoui already this season for my wild card in Game Week 12. They've been a right pain, not done me much good at all. And Calvin Bassey, guys, while he's not got the assist potential or the goal potential like Anthony Robinson, he still has 3 high potential clean sheets in the next 4 game weeks, playing home to Southampton, home to Bournemouth, and playing home to Ipswich. Playing away to Chelsea is also in that mix, but we can leave him on the bench for that game because we have enough cover in the team. And guys, if we're looking on the bright side here, we like to look at the glass half full. We saved 0.2 million by getting Calvin Bassey at 4.5 instead of going for Robinson at 4.7. So that means, guys, just maybe that 0.2 could lead me, in 5 game weeks time to bring in a certain player who gets 20 more points, all because I saved that 0.2. So you never know, everything happens for a reason. Maybe it was a blessing that I got priced out of the Anthony Robinson transfer. So yeah, Ryan Nori out, Calvin Bassey in for Game Week 17. As for Morgan Rodgers, guys, I thought about selling him, but I decided his fixture run from Game Week 19 onwards, which is very soon by the way, was way too valuable to sell him for, and I'd want him back anyway. So guys, if you also have Morgan Rodgers like me, I do recommend holding him because this home game to Man City is also not bad whatsoever. Man City, since November 1st, have averaged 0.57 points per game. That is tied last with Southampton. Yes, guys, Man City aren't just on a bad run. They are on a run equally as bad as Southampton, okay? Do not take that lightly. Morgan Rodgers could be in for a couple goal involvements here. I mean, once again, looking at the glass half full with this one, but it could happen. Onto the whole team now, guys. We are looking at Sanchez now. There is not a lot to say about Sanchez. I mean, he got robbed of a clean sheet last game week, and Mbumo scored in stoppage time, which was kind of annoying, but Brentford did deserve a goal that game. Chelsea so far this season have average defence. They've got 4.2 expected clean sheets and 3 clean sheets, so they're underperforming a little bit, but nothing we haven't seen before. In defence, we have new addition, Calvin Bassey, who, like I said, plays home to Southampton, home to Bournemouth, and home to Ipswich in the next 3 game weeks. 3 weak attacks, relatively speaking. I mean, sometimes they're bad goals, obviously, but the Fulham defence, guys, they've only kept 2 clean sheets this season. And I know what you're thinking. Why bring in a defender with no goal threat, no assist potential? There's also got no clean sheet potential. Well, guys, I'm going to stop you there because Fulham are tied 5th in the league this season for expected clean sheets. They have got 5.1 expected clean sheets and they've only got 2 from it. That is a huge underperformance on par with Bournemouth. Both teams have been very unlucky in terms of expected clean sheets not being converted. For example, Liverpool have 7 clean sheets this season from 5.7 expected clean sheets. Very similar on the expected clean sheets, but the actual clean sheets are so different. So with Fulham playing a few easy home games now, I'm hoping they can convert these expected clean sheets into actual clean sheets. Next to him we have Mazraoui, who is currently yellow flagged. If I find out he's not going to be starting, I'm going to play Gavardio, who's away to Aston Villa this game week ahead of Mazraoui. I don't expect much from either of these players anyway, but the Man United home defence is quite solid, and Mazraoui is on great form, so if he is fit, I do expect him to start and maybe pick me up some clean sheet points as well, because like I said, the United home defence is pretty solid. And finally, we got Gabriel, whose clean sheet odds are ridiculously high, like insane. Playing away to Palace this game week, home to Ipswich next game week, I'm fairly confident in the clean sheets, and obviously the Arsenal defence is the best defence in the league. It was the best last year and it's the best this year. I mean, they don't have the most clean sheets, but in terms of expected clean sheets, they're first. In terms of expected goals conceded, they're 20th, aka first, because, you know, they've got the least. In midfield, guys, obviously we kept Rodgers. Wouldn't mind a return from Rodgers. I mean, his form has not been great, but then again, he's a 5.4 million FPL asset who has been playing some tough games, so you can't expect a lot from him in those games anyway, considering how cheap he is. Hoping, after this Man City home game, then that good fixture run he's about to go on, he proves his worth, and he, you know, proves me right as to why I kept him in my team. I'm really hoping Amad Diallo or Alex Iwobi don't go on mad scoring streaks now, because I'll be mad I didn't bring them in. Because yeah, guys, it's not like I have amazing hope for Rodgers now. It's mainly because the potential Rodgers replacements, they were all fairly underwhelming or just not really worth it. Or like I said, you know, I wanted to get Rodgers back in anyway. Now, guys, we have the mild disappointment known as Martin Odegaard. Yeah, got him in instead of Jared Bowen a few game weeks ago. I still regret it since I've brought him in. Arsenal have scored 0 goals from open play. Odegaard has not, you know, done me any favours whatsoever since being in my team. He's got 1.1 expected goal involvements since joining my team. So technically this game week, he owes me a return. Hopefully he can, you know, get me one. Probably won't, but hopefully. In terms of captaincy, guys, as you can see here, I've gone with Mohamed Salah. Now, looking at the expected goals conceded and the expected clean sheets of Tottenham's home defence and Everton's home defence, Tottenham actually have a worse home defence. So even though playing away to Tottenham is a great fixture and playing away to Everton is still a green fixture, technically speaking, because both teams are quite different in how good they are, the Tottenham defence, guys, is worse, which means picking Salah is the right option, because Salah, as an FPL asset, is also much better than Palmer. Well, not much better, but he is definitely the best in the game. There's no doubt about it. So for me, captaincy is quite an easy choice this week. As for Cole Palmer in my team, I hope his effective ownership is below 100%, guys. If you don't know what effective ownership is, if a player has over 100% effective ownership, even if they are in your team, their points will negatively affect you unless they are your captain. So yeah, hopefully Palmer's effective ownership is below 100%, because Palmer is not a player that's going to blank this game week. Let's be honest, we need him to be on our side. Finally, onto the front three now, guys. We have FPL's version of Superman in Alexander Isak, who is an absolute legend. Isak with 30 points in the last 3 games, and he's now playing away to the team with the worst defence in the league. He could easily make it 40 points in 4 games for me. Sadly, he is no longer going to be a differential. People are finally starting to realise how good Isak is as an FPL asset. You know, if you listen to me, guys, you would have already been there since the Liverpool home game, where he picked up 11 points, then 8 points, then another 11 after that. So yeah, follow for more amazing tips, guys. I know what I'm talking about. Next to him, we got Jackson, who has been insanely consistent all season. He could get a 1-match ban though, guys. He is on 4 yellow cards, and if he picks up a yellow card in the next 3 game weeks, he is going to face a 1-match suspension. And Jackson has a really good fixture run, so we're really hoping he avoids that suspension. He holds on until game week 20, picking up no yellow cards, and stays on our teams for good. So there is a slight worry with Jackson, but like I said, guys, he hasn't got a yellow card in a long while, and he's very, very consistent, playing well in the easy games and in the tough games. He's worth holding through any fixture run. But it just so happens the Chelsea fixture run is currently insane. Last play in the team also plays for the Arsenal team, who haven't scored a goal from open play in the last 3 game weeks. He's got 2 returns for me in 4 games, Havertz, which is okay, but from an 8 million player, you expect a little bit more. So Havertz, I'm hoping you can actually pull through for me and get me some more points. I mean, at the beginning of the season, guys, Havertz expected data was really good, and I brought Havertz in thinking, okay, this expected data is going to pick up now because Arsenal have a good fixture run. Boy, was I wrong, okay? I was not right about that one at all, but Havertz has been doing well in the midweek games, as well as some games in the Prem. Like I've been saying, he's got 2 returns for me. Hopefully he can get some more returns for me and prove his worth in the next few game weeks. Both my Arsenal players, guys, they're on thin ice, I can't lie. If they didn't have Ipswich home in game week 18, I would not keep them in my team. Anyway, guys, let me know what you think of the team. Let me know if you think I made the right moves. We're going to be going into game week 18 with 4 free transfers again. And yeah, if you did make it this far, you are always greatly appreciated, and I will see you all in the next video.